Hey guys, SmallmouthCrush. I'm excited for today's video. Not only am I going to do one of my favorite techniques, which is drop shotting, and I'm going to talk a little bit about drop shotting, but I think we're going to have a chance to catch some really good bass today. I'm just rigging up right now. A lot of techniques work this time of year. So it's a little chilly outside, even though it's springtime, it's May, but the water temp is still, believe it or not, in the high 40s where I'm fishing. I fish some extreme northern bodies of water, and drop shotting is something I do year round. And specifically this time of year, we're going to do a lot of finesse drop shotting. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. That's all coming up. Okay, the plan is to go catch a bunch of smallmouth today, and I'm going to be drop shotting. Now, drop shotting is a very effective technique for any species of bass, spotted, largemouth, and smallmouth. Today we're going to deal with smallmouth. We're actually going to get rigged up so we can be prepared. I don't have to do all this stuff once I get out on the body of water later today. I'm really excited. We have some decent conditions. It is a little cold, believe it or not. It's May, but I'm way up north. Water temps are still in the 40s, and these fish are in pre-spawn. And so I want to talk about drop shotting before we get out there and kind of give you a quick little breakdown of what it is and how I rig up my gear to drop shot. But the MONSTERBASS drop shot kit, this is something you can purchase right over at monsterbass.com, and it's got 65 pieces. All right, there's 65 different pieces to this kit, and it literally has everything you need to start drop shotting. So if you have not drop shotted before, this is something you need to learn. It's a great technique. You can do it in a boat like we're today. You can fish from the bank, from the kayak, wherever. It's just a real effective way to present those baits to these fish. So if we open up the kit, you're going to see a variety of soft plastics and a lot of good ones here. A couple of these are some of my favorites. I love the Strike King Dream Shot, so we're going to put that to work today. Of course, these leeches. Bass love leeches, believe it or not, and rigging a leech on a drop shot is really, in my opinion, the top way to present that bait is drop shotting. We got the Hot Shot Minnow by X Zone. We also have the Smalley Smasher by Big Bite Baits. That's an interesting deal there. Oh man, there's a bunch of other baits in here. Z Baits. I love the twig. So that's going to come in the pack. And then you're going to have a variety of different drop shot weights. You're going to have some teardrops. You're going to have some cylinder weights. So a lot of times, if I'm going to use this teardrop, that's going to allow me to feel the bottom a lot better. There's more surface area. Plus, these are all tungsten, so tungsten's very important to use. But this slender weight here is actually going to allow me to get my bait down a lot faster on the bottom. So if I'm fishing deeper and I want to really get down, I'm going to throw that. Or if I'm fishing grass, a lot of times, if there's some grass around, that weight's going to come through a little bit easier. So today I'm going to start out with a 1/4 ounce weight. So we're going to take that out of the box. Now we need to look at some hooks. There's a variety of different hooks to use. So this has some size 1/0 hooks in it, and a variety of different hooks will come in this package. There's some standout hooks. And these hooks are really good, especially if you're just starting out learning how to drop shot. There's actually designed to make it a lot easier for the angler to tie that hook on their line and rig it properly when you're drop shotting. So that's a standout hook. As you can see, we're going to rig that up a little bit differently. It's starting to rain a little bit. I'm going to bundle up, I guess, before we get out there. We're going to run into some weather, I'm sure. Once I get out there, I'm going to talk about my rod and reel setup. I'm just telling you right now, I'm going to use braid. This is high vis yellow, and I'm going to put a 8-pound fluorocarbon leader on. Okay, so not sure if you can see that well, but I tied a Palomar knot, and then you take your tag end, the end of the line here, and we put it into the eyelet, actually. like so. Oh wow, so yeah. So that's actually going to make your drop shot hook stand out, which is going to allow you to present that bait and make it look a lot more natural. So this is really a simple way to tie a drop shot hook on, especially if you're brand new to drop shotting. This is great. Now I'm going to take my weight, which is the 1/4 ounce today, because I'm probably going to be in 10 feet of water or less. This kit comes with heavier weights as well. So if you do fish deeper, certainly, or windier conditions, you'll be able to step it up in weight as well. So let me show you exactly what the drop shot actually looks like here. So now that we got it rigged up, that's it. You have your weight at the bottom. We have our hook, which we're going to choose a plastic here to put on it. And all we do is when we make casts around areas that potentially could hold fish. So any type of structure, rock piles, wood, grass, clear spots, sand spots, those are what you're kind of looking for. Any type of transition. When we go on the lake today, I'm looking for transition zones. Now, it's going to be somewhat, well, it should be clear. We did have a lot of rain, but I'm hoping it'll be a little bit clear water where I'm fishing. Although I don't see much sun out right now. It helps when you have sun to be able to really see, especially if you have clear water. But we're going to make the best out of the conditions today out there. So the first bait of choice, I'm going to use the Big Bite Baits Smallie Smasher, just because I like the name. I like the color, smoke purple. I think that's an awesome looking bait. And that's going to mimic any type of bait fish that you might have present in your body of water. So this is a good choice. And so what I'm going to do is just thread this down the hook. You want to try to keep it as straight and neat as possible. Yeah, that's perfect. So there you go. Real simple way to fish that. Okay, I'm just going to throw this in the rod holder, and we are going to get out there shortly. Okay, I got out here. The sun's actually shining, which is a good thing. We got a light breeze. Well, kind of a steady breeze, we'll call it. But what I'm doing, and there's a lot of different ways to fish a drop shot. Deep, shallow. Today, I'm on a shallow flat. These are all pre-spawned fish that should be moved back in here. And I'm looking for rock piles, boulders, and clusters of rock that I'm going to throw that drop shot to. So I'm going to get up here on the boat, on the bow, use the trolling motor, and kind of use my eyes to find some of these darker patches in here. Water's crystal clear, at least in this area. We did have some rain, and I noticed the other side of this bay is a little bit dirtier, which is going to be a place I want to look because that water temp might be a little bit warmer there. But I'm going to start out over here. We're just going to see if we can find a few fish throwing that drop shot around and see if we can get some bites. So all I'm going to do is just make some cast, and when I'm fishing a drop shot, I'm not like jigging it or popping it quick off the bottom. I'm just letting that weight sit there and giving it just a little bit of slack line, and then I just kind of shake it a little bit, really in place right where that structure is, and if anyone's home, you should get a bite. So I see a big rock right out here, and I cast it towards it. Now I'm just going to shake this drop shot kind of in place, and so I'm really just keeping that weight on the bottom and shaking it in place, as you can see here. I'm going to reel up slack, just wait for that bite. Bite. Got him. Nice. That did not take long, guys. There you go. Nice smallmouth there. Let him go. Now sometimes they'll throw your lead your weight will get kind of hung up on the when you're fighting that fish. So you just want to make sure it's straight, and that's perfect. We're going to cast back in there. It's just one little boulder I can see. There he is. Got him. Ooh. He's even bigger than the last one. Just a little bigger. He might be about the same size. Looks like that was it, but I do see there's another rock right up here. Right, that should be a good cast. So I just let that fall. I'm in what? 8, 9, 10 feet of water. Let that fall. I'm working it real slow here. Little shakes. Keeping that weight on the bottom. Alright, there's a reason why Monster Bass put so many different baits in here. As much as I wanted to try to get something going on that smoked purple big bite baits bait, I might get a bigger bite if I switch it up. So I'm going to take a look in here and try to find something that might work a little bit better. So we're going to try this X-Zone Hot Shot and give that a try. That's more of a green pumpkin color, which should work great. So let me get this rigged up. That's perfect right there. So I'm going to throw it back on that rock. Right about there. Let's see if we can get a bite with this bait. There he is. Already? Oh my goodness. This is a big one. But this one here is definitely a little bigger. Yes. Look at that. All it took was a color change. Open up. Yes. We got him. All it took was that little color change, and we got the bigger bite. That's a good sized smallmouth there. Wow. What I like about that Hot Shot is it really resembles a variety of different baits, but I love that color. Anytime you have green pumpkin, a little bit of purple, and I'm going to call it copper flake, those are really good colors for smallmouth. Always have been. There's a bite. Got him. There we go. Another one. Perfect. Why I chose a drop shot. It's a really great way to present a bait properly to these fish. You can slow it down and kind of just let it sit there in their face. And I'm hoping we can pull one off of this little boulder that's out here in front of me. If not that boulder, I see one right over here. Let me fix my bait. You always want to make sure it's properly rigged. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how I rig this. And the Monster Bass drop shot kit has everything you need to be able to fish the drop shot properly. So I'm tossing that drop shot out here by this rock. I'm letting it sit Not a lot of movement. I want to keep that weight on the bottom. And I'm just waiting for that little bite. And then I'm just going to reel and lift into that fish. Let's see if we can get one here. There's one. There he is. Nice. That's what we came out here for. All right, there we go. Beautiful smallmouth. Got him. There we go, another smallmouth. So I'm using a 7-foot medium. You can use a 6'10", a 6.5, a 7.5, either a medium or a medium light. I like to use braid to a fluorocarbon leader. I'm using 8-pound fluorocarbon leader. That Monster Bass drop shot kit's gonna have everything you need to get started drop shotting. Perfect combination here. A lot of great colors, a lot of great plastics, a lot of all your terminal tackle that you're gonna need to fish a drop shot. Do yourself a favor if you're getting into drop shot, if you wanna start being a better drop shot fisherman, you want the right equipment, head on over to monsterbass.com and pick up that drop shot kit. All right, I'm gonna keep doing a little bit of fishing. But as always, until next time, we'll see you guys on the water. Don't forget to subscribe to the Monster Bass YouTube channel. Follow them on Instagram. And hey, don't forget to check out my material on my YouTube channel, SmallmouthCrush. We go over a lot of different techniques, tournament videos, pretty much anything and everything that has to do with bass fishing. And we really talk a lot about smallmouth if you're interested in learning more about smallmouth fishing. And as always, until next time, we'll see you guys on the water.